Alright. USA round 6. Eight infantry, 1 fighter, 1 tank, 1 artillery for the Japanese. Tank, 2 infantry to Manchuria. Fighter, artillery, 6 infantry for Japan. Bombed Russia, losing their bomber. I'm very happy with that. Took Eastern Australia. Took Kazakh, no units lost. Took Novo, no units lost. So he's pushed his stack forward again. The UK has to deal with this problem. He's got an infantry, artillery, 2 tanks. I don't know if I can deal with Novo. I would have to decide that on UK's turn, because UK also has to take Burma. UK has to take 3 battles, and they all have to succeed, right? Which is asking a lot. I'm hoping I can pull it off or figure something out here. So, yes, this is all the UK's problem. I'll let them handle that, but I do have a backup plan. Just in case Novo fails, because he has an infantry, artillery, 2 tanks, 7 fighters. I'm going to full deploy everything into Russia, retreat these 4 into Russia. To give as much defense as possible. Yeah, this is going to get pretty tight, but I'm hoping the Axis break first here. There's a lot of tension on this side of the board here, so it's fine because West Russia doesn't actually need any more defenders. In fact, it can lose a fighter and still be a 70%. 77 in my favor, I mean, with a minus 50 IPC attacker profit if John goes for it here. Finland I will be stacking with the US, obviously. I don't want to waste this UK material. That will be a 51 to hold. So I'm offering another 50-50 battle here for him. So far he's not taken the bait. Has a minus 30 attacker profit. So I'm going to repair 4 IPC worth of damage to Norway. 5 infantry, 2 artilleries, transport, fighter. It's round 6 and the US only has 6 transports. That's pretty poor. But I do have the IC wrap up and running, so that's basically 7. I'm going to get to 7 transports total, 8, eventually to 10. But I'm buying these fighters for the US, so I have some backup defensive power for Russia. And it really gives the US a big punch as well. So this will be the buy. Is there anything to take note? It's all UK's business and Russia. The only attack I'm going to be doing is air raiding Archangel. If he gets a hit, I will sack the bomber. It's unfortunate, but fighters are way too precious. That's all I have. Oh, and this. Don't forget this. I'm just going to hold in Rhodesia here and then attack it round 7. Oh, that's it. As long as these fighters can make it to Finland. 1, 2, 3, yep. Now, if the UK can take Burma, I can hold India with what it has here, minus the tank and an infantry artillery. If I fail to take it, then he has 7 fighters that can land in Burma, and he has like a 90% to take. So it's funny, because it goes from a 97 for him to take. If I take Burma, it goes to a 92 to hold. So the pendulum really does swing depending on this Burma battle. This is very important that I pull it off. But if he gets a hit, I'll have to sack the bomber. It's unfortunate, but... Excellent, I'll definitely take that, of course. So 1 fighter here. 2 fighters. Bomber here. This is slightly more important to hold. Keep stronger. I'm deliberately leaving Finland weaker, because the Russian stack is slightly more important in my opinion here. Move everyone forward. I'm going to be moving these 2 fighters here as well. Move these guys up. Fighter. Move these guys across. Tank, infantry. 2 transports. I'm going to offer him a battle here as well. A bomber against a battleship and 2 transports. I don't know. Last time I checked, it's roughly an 81 to hold. Or 74. And there's a lot of transports here, so I do want to make sure this holds on here. Yeah, I just double checked. It's actually an 86 because I added a UK carrier. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good job I saw that. I will deploy a fighter in 3. Transport in 11. He's shown to me that he likes to air raid Norway, so I'm going to put 1 single infantry there. And not the artillery. With the UK, I'm actually going to try and kill this. Get lucky. It's a 1 in 6. Russia. Yeah, just 4 infantry. I'm going to get to, so I will have, okay, that's additional 3. I should have 15, right? That'll be 17. Yeah, if I'm taking this and this. A must block, I will take. And that's it. There's nothing else to do here. That's it, I don't need any more units here. Germany hasn't gained anything. It's been perfectly equal. He's lost 2 infantry here. Yeah, everything's on sack. Because if he's going in, he's going in hard. It's fine. If he goes in on Finland, I have a backup AA gun. That's fine. That should scare him off. That's 2 AA guns. The potential is so high. He has 6 planes, so he should lose 1. That's the average. He doesn't have his entire air force on West Russia, so I'm not too worried about it. 4 infantry. UK has to kill this. And take it. I think. I don't know if I can air raid it, because then he just shoves 7 fighters there. And then it becomes a big problem, because Russia's not dead zoning this, so he can get away with that. So yeah, that's a must conquer. That isn't. That is not. He wants to stack there, that's fine. I guess it takes slightly longer. because he's shucking down here and making his way up instead of shucking here. Well, it's the same distance, isn't it? Alright. Yep, 17 IPC. If Japan can actually successfully take Russia here, it's a huge income boost. Alright, so I'm hoping he backs off with Germany. Because I am threatening a 1-2-3 punch. He can't get units up there quick enough, so I think he has to cede the territory. He would have to go here or here. But I do expect him to go here, so he has a huge stack in Baltic. Alright. Yeah, that is the end of Russia round 7. We'll be back for UK round 7. Alright. UK round 7. 11 more infantry, 1 more tank. Bit of deja vu going on here. It's a very, very solid buy overall for the Germans the entire game. 1 tank, 9 infantry to Germany, 2 infantry to Karelia. Bombed Norway again for another 4 IPC. It's 3 rounds in a row of max rolls. Yeah, hopefully his luck starts to run out. He has made his money back for buying that bomber. He took Anglo-Egyptian Sudan and took Ukraine, losing 1 infantry. Took Archangel, no units lost. And further committed to stacking Karelia. And the interesting thing is that he moved the AA gun out. Now, I'm not sure if that's to try and entice me to hit this or not, but I won't be. I do have a 3-to-1 punch. But the Japanese can send another 7 fighters, so it literally does not matter how much damage the UK do. The US stack is not big enough. And I don't want to waste the Russian stack on this when he's going to simply follow it up. There's no point exposing Russia any more than it is right now, so I'm going to be giving up West Russia. Alright, so with the UK, 5 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 fighter. Save the 1. See what have I got. Yeah, all this the UK's got to deal with. So I'm thinking of infantry, artillery, 1 tank, then the rest will hit Kazakh. And then infantry, artillery, fighter, fighters here, bomber here, bomber here, fighters here, I mean. I'm going in and hoping for a good strafe. If I can get a very good strafe, then I'll retreat into the Caucasus and land my planes in either one. If not, I'll take it. And I hope to conquer this. I need to conquer this, and I'm going to throw this infantry at this one. And pray that I get a hit. And then come down here. 1 infantry, take France. 1 infantry, take Northern. Okay. Like that. That should be everything. That is it. Let's get on with it. Good luck to the United Kingdom. These are very important battles. Kazakh and Burma are very important. This is secondary. And that is, what if, right? You can only hope. Alright, good stuff. Right, good start. I would prefer to strafe this. So I do need a killer round 1. I have a 33% chance to conquer the territory from the first round. Apparently, really? Okay. That's insane. Right, good luck to the UK. Right, well, my lights did very well. This was a very big letdown. I don't really want to... I wish if my fighters, if my heavies had just gotten 2 more hits, I would have done, this would have been easy retreat. Right, so I've gone through my thoughts here. As much as I want to preserve this material from the UK, I have to take it. I have to keep going. Yeah, he gets a little too much power in this position. He could do a lot of things with Caucasus and Persia, and he might have odds. I could probably figure it out, but I have to really bend the odds of both India and all these territories. I'd rather just take it, and that takes away a landing zone for his fighters, and then Germans fighters as well. I don't want him stacking there. Russia can't really stop him stacking there with all this, with his fighters there. It's too much, so I will have to take the territory. It's unfortunate. That's a lot of material gone for the UK, but it is necessary. If I fell Burma, India's lost. I have to give it up. Alright, good stuff. And 1 more fight. Well, good luck. No way. Unbelievable stuff. This will never happen again. Unbelievable. Oh, he's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be so mad. Alright, so this was a very good round for the UK. The UK is going to continue to stack 8 and shove as little units as it can into Norway. So we'll be holding it. On Russia's turn, I have to make a decision whether to send Russian fighters to help defend. I'm not going to give him a favourable battle here now, since I'm backing off with the Russians. So I have to hold this. Otherwise, he just trades a stack for a new stack, right? to remove the Allied stack. And then it's basically the Allies have been reset, which buys Japan more time, right? I can't allow him to get a good strafing opportunity or percentage to win. Now, yes, the importance of this battle is that he can only get 2 fighters available into the attack on India. Only 2. 1, 2, 3 can't land here. He's forced to land in 35. He only has 1 carrier, so he can only get 2. He has no bomber, he lost it. So he only has 8 infantry and 2 fighters and a battleship bombard. So I could actually take more units out and try and force him, or try and bait him to go for India, right? We'll see though. Because he could shove 8 infantry. We'll see. I don't know about that. These fighters can go back to India. They're not needed in Europe. Alright, so these will be the UK's moves here. I'm going to have 5 infantry move out of India, so the UK can help trade Kazakh still. They're not completely out of this. That's a lot of heavy, I mean, that is expensive material. UK will lose, but it was necessary because I was trying to kick him off. And to keep this aggressive forward positioning with Russia, I needed someone to cover. So the UK has done its job despite the relatively large IPC value loss that I will receive, considering what he'll be trading with. Just pure infantry and fighters, which is very efficient for him. Unbelievable, truly. That was a very good round from the UK. I want to entice him to stack this, so it gives Russia a bit of breathing room. I suppose I could put an artillery here. It's not that big of a deal. I don't need the artillery at home. Alright, yep. Looks good. I mean, it's hilarious. It is. You have to laugh at it. And there you have it. 40 IPC for the UK. Back to a healthy number. And now the UK can get an extra transport. Start shucking or trading harder into Europe. Very good stuff from the UK. And here is the statistics here. Got a bit of a lead, so I'll definitely take that. Right, that is the end of UK round 7. I'll be back for USA round 7. Right, USA round 7. 8 more infantry, 2 more artilleries, 1 more industry for Japan. Industry to Guangdong. Artillery 2 infantry to Manchuria, 1 artillery 6 infantry to Japan. Took Western Australia. Took Burma, no units lost. Took Novo, no units lost, and only lost 2 infantry in Kazakh. So that was a very, very good round for Japan, and no units lost taken Vologda. Considering what was here in all these spots, that's a very profitable round for the Axis. I was hoping for a bit more than that. So yeah, Russia's going to give West Russia up. I think there was a workaround where I could still hold it if I moved some UK fighters here, but I need to stop this nonsense really. Yeah, with the US, I'm going to be repairing another 4. So it's 12 IPC worth of damage to the Norway industry. That has been repaired. I am hoping his luck runs out here. Or at least he rolls low for a change. 12 infantry, 1 artillery. All the Americans. So the only thing the Americans are doing are killing this infantry. And I'm going to air raid these 2 infantry. Yeah. This one and this one. I don't mind sacking the bomber for this one. If I must take a hit back. And here, these 5 fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can decide if I want my fleet to have planes or not. I can get away with having 1 fighter there, with the battleship moving up, and it's roughly an 88 in my favor. I don't have to make it a complete 100% for me. It should be fine. Besides that, that should be everything for the US. I don't mind taking a hit back here. I'd rather not. Fighters are quite valuable here for the defense of Finland. I don't really want to have to sack a fighter. And that is it. That is it. That's everything. Yeah, good luck to the Americans. I do expect him to get a hit back. Right, I don't mind him getting a hit back here. Alright, good stuff. Yeah, it figures really. That's fine. I can deal with 1. Yeah, it's an 85 to hold with 5 US fighters. Yeah, 85 to hold and then a 81 to hold this. Alright, move every guy up here. The amount of transports here should equal out. I'm gonna have 5 transports move next round and then have 5 back here. So that should be fine. And I have 10 sitting in Eastern. So we're gonna have 10 a turn, 12 with the IC. And the US is finally up and running to the max. A little slower than I would like. But I've been investing in fighters. I might stick an infantry and artillery here. It might entice him to air raid it. Right, so the idea is, I think Russia is going to take this block, send 2 infantry at this, and hope for a hit. Or if I fail to get a hit, I'll just retreat the infantry to West Russia, that's fine. And I think Russia is going to strafe Kazakh and take Vologda. I'm praying that he has his AA to die first, so I can pick it off so the British can clean up. Actually, I might as well use an artillery. Right. This is a strafe, so I think I'm committing 3 infantry here, 2 fighters, and then 3 tanks. Do I set up a stack? Three tanks, he gets 2 hits. 7 infantry. 5 UK infantry. I can't give up India. I'd love to and transition to a Kazakh stack, but I have to keep hold of it. To stop the point risk, the point cap risk. Otherwise, I'd have to invest in Navy, which I don't really want to do. Right, I'm going to do a 1-round strafe on this, and I'm going to see how that goes. It's a 6% chance to conquer it in the first round. On average, he kills 1 of mine. On average, I kill 2 of his infantry. I was hoping for a bit more than that for an average, but it should be fine. I don't want to conquer it. I don't know, does it really matter? I'm blocked. This is blocked. Doesn't matter. Blocked. I might take this. As long as these tanks die, then he only has 2 infantry and 8 fighters. He has 9 Japanese fighters. They will eventually make their way to Berlin. He can always go there whenever he wants, but he wants to keep pressure on India still. So me holding India is actually not that bad. He's keeping his fighters in range. We'll see. I should be able to work something out. As long as I take Burma again, these 8 fighters can't get involved. Actually, they can. Interesting. I'm going to have to see his odds on India, I think. So, for UK round 8, UK has to take for Burma. I've dedicated 2 infantry for a potential trade of Kazakh. If I can take Burma with an infantry artillery, I can get India to a 99 when 8 to hold. If I fail to take Burma, it turns into a 50-50. Which I'll be forced to try and hold that, I think. It's a -22 attack and profit, so you might not go for that. Should be fine. I can get 9 infantry here. 5 fighters, 1 bomber with an AA gun. For a straight coin flip. I don't know if he likes coin flip battles for India take. But if he can take it, the Axis are in a super strong position. He could just hold the points and go straight for Hawaii. And then put the Allies in a very difficult position. A very, very difficult position. Alright, this should be it for the Russians. Yeah, I do not want to take this. I do want to strafe it. I want to get at least 3 hits in the first round. 3, 4, that's fine. 5, that's really bad. I don't want to take it, because then he could just wipe out some Russian assets. Look, it's super efficient how Japan can trade this back, so I do not want to take it. Yeah, the UK's gone down pretty a lot because of what I've lost here. And he suffered hardly any hitbacks, so that's very problematic. Right, good luck to Russia here. Alright, good stuff. Wow, okay. Right, I would like 3 or 4 hits, please. Two. So the UK, yeah, I don't want to take this. That's fine. The UK, 2 infantry and an air raid, just to kill the units. Yeah, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, I think. Yeah, the AA's gone, so let the UK handle that. Let's retreat. Yeah, yeah, does it really matter? This huge stack is moving here. I don't know what he gains by moving here. It makes zero sense. I'm gonna move here because I might want the Russian tanks to go to India. Alright, excellent stuff. Let's move 1 artillery down. AA gun. Doesn't matter too much. So yeah, UK. Yeah, so that will handle that problem. Then the UK must take this. I'll leave the fighters here. It doesn't really matter, does it? It does. What can he do here? Two infantry against 3 and an air raid. Yeah, that's a battle that he might do. And then infantry and an air raid. So, yeah. Good stuff. Alright, that should be everything for the Russians here. Yeah, not a bad round at all. Full deploy here. I don't need any units here. He's not going to hit this anytime soon. Because the UK should kill these 3 infantry. He's only going to have a tank and 8 fighters if he really wants to hit this. Doesn't make any sense. And I'll leave an artillery here so I can just trade this off again. And there you are. 19 income for Russia. That is 6 infantry. Yep, I cannot complain. 21. Oh yeah, save the 2, so that's 7 more infantry. Unless Germany bombs me instead. Yeah, a slight lead. The Axis did gain a little bit because of the material that the UK did lose. Alright, there's the end of Russia round 8. We're back for UK round 8. Right, UK round 8. Eleven more infantry and 1 artillery for the Germans. 1 artillery, 9 infantry to Germany. 2 infantry to Karelia. Took France, no units lost. Took Ukraine, no units lost. Took Belarus, losing 1. Took West Russia, losing none. Lost an infantry taking Northern Europe. And he further reinforced Karelia here. I expect these 14 units to go here as well. He might push for around 10 stack of West Russia with Germany. Maybe not. He doesn't have to. He can stall the entire game here. Or stall the allies, I should say, until Japan actually has a decent stack. Yeah, but I don't know. He moved his tanks down to stop me trading it, not necessarily to kick me off Caucasus. I can hold the Caucasus just fine. As long as Russia takes West Russia here, I'm gonna have to commit like 2 infantry and artillery to take it back, just to make sure, because it is 2 infantry at the end of the day. I have to commit slightly harder. And yeah, I should be able to hold the Caucasus here. I might be able to bait him to stack Archangel. I don't know. Like I said, he doesn't have to do anything. India's in a little bit of trouble. But as long as I take Burma, we're fine. I can still get it to a 92. If I fail Burma, it flips to a 72 in his favour, which is very bad, because you can get 9 fighters involved. And now that these guys have arrived back on C-Zone 46, you could bring another 2 from here. So yeah, he's got 8 infantry, 1 artillery, and 4 fighters. 9 fighters if I fail Burma, and 2 battleship bombards. So for the UK, 5 infantry, 3 artillery, 1 tank. I was going to get another tank for India, but I decided to get more artillery. Just in case I fail Burma, I don't want to put a load of tanks there, or put 2 tanks there. I'd rather not have a surplus of tanks in the United Kingdom doing nothing. With a transport, I will add, yes, 5 infantry, 3 artillery, a tank, and a transport. So the UK will be on 4 transports now. So I'm at full trading capacity now. So I'm going to land the UK pretty heavy here, just to drain some of these units so he runs out of reinforcements. He's had quite a few turns of luxury. That's why he has 36 infantry in Karelia. But he's moved his tanks out, so he doesn't have odds on Finland. So he's not going to wipe out the Finland stack. That's not what he's going for. I think he's just done this to maintain his income and his forward defensive positioning while he waits for Japan. I don't really know what else to do here except trade. He's left 2 fighters here so the UK doesn't get any ideas. Not that I'd ever would do that, so I haven't got much air force in the area to really punish that sort of move. He's left an AA gun there, of course, as well. And I don't know. I don't think there's any chance of taking Germany. I'm just not going to bother calculating it. I only have 2 American transports here, so it's not a big deal. Alright. Yeah, UK's job is to take these 2 targets out. Right, 2 transports worth here, and then 1 transport worth. I suppose I can sack the artillery piece. If any of these fail, the US will have to take it. 2 infantry. I think 2 infantry and an artillery and a bomber, because this is quite vital that I take. And 5 fighters here. If I fail Burma, I have to give it up. I have to give India up, I think. Or try for a 23% the hold, I think. And this absolute unit over here is going to have another go at Western Australia. UK's not going to add to this stack anymore. The US will continue to do that. And the UK can finally start whittling down the Germans. It only took roughly round 7 to get started on that. Would have been a lot easier if he'd lost more fighters in that sea battle for 8. That did slow the Allies down quite a lot, actually. Yep, should be good enough. Should be good enough. Yep. Alright, good luck to the United Kingdom. Alright, good stuff. The more units he commits to France, the better. Alright, very nice. Wow, I took the territory. Unbelievable. That's very lucky, that. I was not expecting that. I do expect him to commit these 2 infantry and air force to wipe this out. It's unfortunate because that is 3 Russians. But yeah, now, I mean, he can deal with this, no problem. I was not expecting that. Right, I do need to conquer this territory. This is important. Very nice. The problem is that India is bleeding units, like, very hard. So I'm going to lose India within the next 2 turns, I think. Oh! No way! That is ridiculous, man. This is the English Terminator. Well, I should say the Australian Terminator. Unbelievable. How many units is this guy killed? Unbelievable. I think I'm gonna have to leave 1 infantry here, so the UK does have the option to air strafe this still. Unbelievable. I think he does die now. I think he's just gonna pick these 2 guys and hit this, finish him off for good. He might take 1 more guy down with him. Unbelievable, what a unit. That's it, there's nothing else for the UK to move here. So yeah, let's have a look at India here. So 6 infantry, 1 artillery, 8 infantry, 1 artillery. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fighters. So 8 infantry, 1 artillery, 4 fighters, 2 bombards. 1. So I have 4 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tank, 5 fighters, 1 bomber. Sacking the bomber before the tank, and 82% to hold. Unless I offer him a 28%. But the reason I'm not a fan of that is because if he wins, he wipes out the entire British Air Force. So yeah, I'm not happy with that. And Japan, at worst, will lose all of his aircraft. But that's only 4 of his 9 fighters that are involved. So I'll leave it at a comfortable 82 with a minus 14 attacker profit. Alright, good stuff. Yep, tank, artillery, infantry. And then the rest in Season 8 and UK itself. So I have 4 transports. He only has a bomber and a fighter on this position, so I don't have to worry about that. That's a decent little front line here, so the potential of him of hitbacks is pretty high for me. And he has to, if he really wants to territories, he's going to have to match 2 infantry at least here and 3 here. He might overcommit slightly for France, just because it's slightly more important that he takes it. Which is great for me, because that's more units for me to kill. And even if, I suppose it's fine if the UK wipes them all out and then the US takes it. If I'm forced to do that, it shouldn't be too bad. I'd rather not, I'd rather the UK takes it every turn. Bump them up. Alright, yeah, another very successful round for the UK. Outstanding. I'm sure he'll be very happy with this unit still alive. Unbelievable. Very impressive round for the UK here. Love to see it. Still got a bit of a lead. It's pretty much even because Germany had their turn and it was pretty much bang on. That is the end of UK round 8. I'll be back for USA round 8. Right. USA round 8. 10 infantry, 1 fighter, 1 tank for the Japanese. Fighter 6 infantry for Japan. Tank 2 infantry to Manchuria, 2 infantry to Guangdong. Took Western Australia, no units lost. Took failed Vologda, losing 2 infantry, retreated with 5 fighters. I'll definitely take that. Lost an infantry taking Burma and then took Kazakh, no units lost. So I'm looking at the board here. Round 9, I'm going to attempt a France stack because this is getting nowhere for the Allies. I want him to commit these 14 forward and then be forced to bring a load back because I'm going to stack France. He's left his tanks in Ukraine, and I hope that he puts them back in Karelia, which is perfect because that's when I'm going to transfer to a France stack. Then he'll be forced to bring his tanks home or a load of infantry down to kick me off of France again. or just the whole Germany, right? I've got to take the initiative here. The game is dead even, so it's debatable whether I'm ahead or not. But this is getting me nowhere. So I will attempt this. I'll see on UK's turn, and I'll just full dump these 8 units here, and then follow that up with the US. And yeah, I think that's a good plan. And with Russia, I've had to do quite a few calculations. I've had to calculate India, Caucasus, Kazakh, and Russia. Because since he's put a tank here now and 6 fighters, there's a can opener threat. If Germany takes Archangel, he can open and send a tank and 8 fighters. So I think I've calculated a workaround. I think I can get Moscow to a 50-50, and I might offer a 50-50 to him, because at the end of the day, he's sacking all of his fighters to take Moscow with Japan. That might be my in it might get me ahead. We'll see what happens. Russia's turn is very important because I have to take West Russia and Novo. Yeah, so I could do a Kazakh Caucasus stack and then a mini stack in Russia, and then still hold India at the same time. It's very convoluted, but I think I've found a workaround. I have to take the initiative here, so I'm going to have to give him some... I've been offering him some 50-50 battles. He's not been taking it, but this is Russia, Moscow. He might be willing this time. We'll see. So with the US, 11 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 transport. I'm going to work up to... It's round 8, and I'm not up to 10 transports yet, which is a bit slow, I think, but I've had the IC since round 3, so I mean, that's kind of helped lessen that impact. Yeah. Alright, well, let's get on with it. I don't think the US is doing anything this turn. I'm going to bomb Karelia. I want his focus to be in this area, not this potential France stack I'm planning. So if I bomb Karelia, that might make him think, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna stick it for good here still. We'll see how this pays off. He did bomb me 3 rows consecutively, and max rolled for this IC. I'm not saying he got 666, right? But he max rolled the IC damage. The bomber paid for itself. I can actually stack Finland with no fighters, because he moved all his tanks down. So I'm actually going to move these 5 fighters to Caucasus, I think. The Caucasus. Alright. Very nice. Right, let's sort these out first. So I'm not doing this guy. Another thing, since he put these fighters here, they're not on range of India, so it's actually easier, a lot easier for me to defend India now. So I can actually remove quite a few of these fighters and still have a pretty good defense. I'm going to keep offering him like a 23%. So India is always a very finicky battle for Japan to take. So I'm going to come down here and prepare to retake Union of South Africa once he's taken Madagascar here. Now I'm going to pause here and just reevaluate what Russia's doing and where these American fighters need to be. Alright, so I've calculated if I leave 15 infantry and 5 fighters, it's a 70% to hold. I might alter that slightly depending on the results here and lessen it to like 12. Maybe not 12, it's a bit too less. I could lessen it to 14, and that's a straight coin flip battle. I don't know if, you know what, I might offer that to him because it's another battle where he loses profit. It's minus 41 IPC profit. I might actually do that. He has a 9% to conquer, unless I've missed. He has a 40% to conquer, but a minus 42.5 attacker profit. So I'll probably offer that to him. Sucks about the US fighters, of course, but Germany loses its tanks, which means I can push forward more somewhere. And it actually gives easier stacking opportunity for the Allies if he takes that, because then he's got no tanks to reclaim France. And then the thing is, I want to transition to a France stack so I don't have to hold India. He can take Hawaii whenever he wants, and I don't want to invest in a new navy. So I want to give up India. I don't want it. It's a burden, if anything. India tends to be a burden in my case. It's when it's a kill Germany game. It's more of a nuisance and a pain in the ass to hold it for me as the UK than anything else. So I'd rather just deal with the problem and just abandon it as soon as possible. So yeah, I'll offer him this coin flip battle. It's more of a 57 in my favor, so I'll take that. Now, I'm just going to double check the Finland battle. So he has 36, 3 artilleries, 2 tanks, 5 fighters, 1 bomber against 2 AA guns. It's 26. Did I miscalc again? 26, 35. Oh yeah, I have miscalced. 35 infantry, 9 plus 3 is, yeah, I have miscalced. Okay. Yeah, 32 AA guns, 35 infantry, 12 artilleries, 2 tanks, and 1 bomber for a 98%. Yeah, so there's no stress there. I need no fighters here. Would Germany hit this now that there's 6 transports? Is it worth it? Is it worth him carrier dropping? Oh, he would have to buy 2 carriers. Probably not. I don't know. Would he do that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he'd have to buy 2 carriers because he put fighters here. I don't have to recalculate this. I think this is still an 86 in my favor, even with a double carrier drop. So yes, 5 fighters into the Caucasus. Transport, artillery, infantry. 10 infantry. Alright, here comes the most important round. I don't think I've made a mistake with the Americans here. 7 infantry. I'm going to commit 2 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 fighters, infantry, artillery, and then I'm going to stack this apparently. So if I deploy 4 here and send 4, I can send every unit except 4. Another thing, I want to establish a Caucasus stack here, and Kazakh stack, so it stops. It halts Japan, and it might actually elicit a reaction from Germany to put a load of units in West Russia. Or stack it instead. Right, I think these will be the moves here. I'm overcommitting on both of these takes, because it's very vital that he's only allowed to access the can opener through Archangel, or he could do Vologda as well if he really wanted to. Yeah, so I have to kill this infantry and take it. Now, with what I'm sending here, worst case scenario, he gets 2 hitbacks. I can get it to an 84 to hold. So I'll have a 57 with plus 41 IPC profit for the allies. So that's a battle that the Axis would lose a lot on. And you have a 84 to hold with a minus 61. I don't know if you could take that either. And then the can opener, 3 infantry, 3 tanks, and 3 allied fighters is a 56 to hold against a tank and 8 fighters. Yeah, if West Russia fails, I think Russia's out, if I'm being honest. Alright, good stuff. Of course, I'm overcommitting, so I'm going to be losing more Russians, but it's necessary for what I'm trying to pull off here. Alright, excellent. I have some room here now, so I don't need as many fighters here. AA gun will sit here. Or will it? I don't need to do that anymore. I might leave the AA gun on Caucasus then. Yeah, 89 to hold. Alright, I've messed it up slightly. I forgot to leave some Russians to move into the Caucasus here, so I'm gonna have to leave the tanks behind. It's still a 50-50 with pretty decent profit for the allies. It's actually a 70% with the AA gun there. Do I move a tank out? It kind of lets it a bit too much up for chance. What does the can opener look like? It's a 96. Do I give up India? We'll see what happens here. I'm going to have 3 infantry and 2 fighters currently sitting there. If he wants to pull off the can opener move, I think he most likely will trade Archangel, so the move will be available. It's currently a 99 for him to take. So I may have to abandon India, which is fine if he doesn't restack France. If he restacks France and I have to give up India, I'm on a timer to get another victory city before he takes Hawaii. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to opt for a straight coin flip battle here. I'm going to move Nagam forward. I might have backed myself into a corner here. I might have screwed myself, but I've got to try and take a chance, I think. That's a very common move for Germany to pull here. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes it and then if it has the can opener available to him. So I'm probably going to be forced to give up India because I have to protect Kazakh now that I've committed to it. So if on Germany's turn he looks at the board and is like, yep, I'm going to restack France, then I'm on a timer before Japan takes Hawaii round 10. So I have round 9, round 10 to get access to France or Karelia. So I've put myself on a time limit, trying to hopefully encourage him to make a mistake, I guess. I'm not really sure. So yeah, you have a 50% and then a 66%. And then Kazakh. If I can find it. Is a 74, so I can take some away, but the thing is that Japan can pressure both at 0 cost to themselves. I have to put more effort to defend Russia and Kazakh to keep them at the same odds. He doesn't need to do a single thing. Alright, well, this will be it. Alright, yeah, good luck to the Allies. Sack. 4 is forced to go here for a 50-50. 3. And then plus whatever fighters. 2. That's not gonna work. Yeah. We'll see if I can stretch it. It's gonna get dicey. I might have to stretch it to a 66 to hold Russia. And a 74 here. I might be able to flip it the other way around with an extra fighter here, but then it might be worth Japan wiping out this infantry stack from the Russians. I'm not sure. I'm about to learn the hard way. Yeah, well, this is the statistics here. Still a slight lead, but Germany tends to bump it up quite a bit, so Alright, well that is the end of Russia round 9. We're back for UK round 9. Alright. UK round 9. 11 infantry, 1 artillery for the Germans. 1 and 9 to Germany, and then 2 infantry to Italy. He did not repair Karelia. Took France, losing an infantry. Took Northwestern, losing an infantry. Took Archangel, knowing it's lost. Lost 1 infantry in West Russia. Okay. I sent a mini stack. Yeah, I did think he was going to do that, so I can't trade it back. And keeps the bridge open to hit this. Right, so it's looking a bit tight, you could say, for the Allies here, but it should be fine. Fingers crossed. So the can opener exists. Tank 8 fighters from the Japanese. I can get it to an 81 to hold. With there's 40 IPC profit for the Allies. If he goes for it. I just need to hold it. And we're good. If he goes for it and wins it, that's probably the end of the game. I'll continue for a little bit after that, but it's very bad. It's very bad. If he could put off the 15%, the 16%, it's a 16% chance to conquer. On average, the Allies have 3 fighters left. I could improve the odds, but I'm going to take a chance here and help defend the Kazakh stack as well. That would be a 79 to hold. With a whopping minus 60 IPC attacker profit for the Axis. Japan goes for it. So these aren't profitable battles for the Axis, but if he pulls off this Moscow take, yeah, like I said, it's probably GG. So this will be an India sack here. I'm going to give it up, finally. I've been wanting to do that pretty much the entire game, but I've had to keep hold of it because of a potential point count risk. He's several turns away from Hawaii. Well, he's 1 turn away. So round 10, he could go for it. But the France stack is available to me now. So I'm going to go for that. So I don't have to keep India anymore. I have the France stack going. And that will be a... if I can find it. An 82 to hold. With minus 53 attacker profit. So these are not battles that the Axis should be taking. Besides the Moscow attack, the can opener, maybe it's worth it for him. But he might stick out for the long game because Germany has a lot of material here. Germany's not going to fall anytime soon, so he might stick out for the long game and just let Japan grow and take the entire map. With that all said, 3 infantry for United Kingdom and 2 bombers. Very strange buy. 3 infantry for India because I want him to come and take it. Come and get it and take it. And the 2 bombers is because I don't need any land units. Because I have reserves here, I'm just going to pull them back to Norway and quickly pick them up, drop them back into France. I'll do the exact same with the US. I have a bit of a grace period with the amount of units here, so I could just sit in 8, move all my units into Norway, and just pull and keep relocating them to France. I'm doing it that way because I can't risk him building a destroyer in 5. That might complicate a couple things. He could block me in my transports if I need to attack, right? I've not calculated too far ahead. He could kick me off, theoretically. He could kick me off France. He brings all of his tanks home. But it might open up to a Karelia take. But possibly, I'm not sure. So yeah, the bombers, I think I'll get a couple turns of investment of bombers. I'm gonna try and bomb Germany itself. Well, I've got to be careful actually. You could just air raid. You could just air raid United Kingdom. Hang on a minute. Maybe take a slower approach. Just take a slightly slower approach, I think. I'll get more bombers next turn, it's fine. Yeah, he could air raid me with 1 bomber. Which would be a bit awkward. I'm just going to full dump these units into France. UK does not have much attack power. So I just got to concentrate my efforts. I will attempt to take Burma. I think I can commit 2 fighters. And the other 2 must go into Russia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 fighters and a bomber need to land in Russia, and then the other 2 can go 1, 2, 3, 4, land with the tank assist. Could I do with an extra fighter in Moscow? Not really. It gets very dicey if I take anything else from this. Alright. Alright, well, yeah, good luck to the United Kingdom. There's nothing else for me to do. Except pray to the dice gods I don't get screwed here. I did put myself in this position, but this was to draw a reaction from Germany most of. Yeah, I mean, we shall see what happens here. I've been offering, I must say that was very responsive. Oh, what was I saying? I've been offering him all sorts of battles and he's just not been biting, but this one might be one that he takes. Okay. Oh, I do have an extra infantry. Oh. Without the fighter? It's too late. It's too late. 87. Okay. Yeah, let's retreat everything but 1. I mean, this sub doesn't have anything to do except be a nuisance. there's not really much else to say. Like, it's got nowhere else to go. There's no destroyer around. What can I say? Yes, AA gun, 3 infantry, 5 fighters, 1 bomber. 81 to hold. 82 to hold. 87 to hold. That's irrelevant now. These fighters will make their way to France, most likely. Alright. Alright, that is all she wrote. Alright, so it's up to the Japanese now. Does he take the 18%? I wouldn't. That's just me. He could win the game. I would say this is a game-winning move. The Allies can't recover after that. Yeah, that's very important. I hold that. Alright, well that is the end of UK round 9. Still a slight lead. But it is a very even game. Yeah, and I'll be back for USA round 9. Alright. USA round 9. Seven infantry, 1 bomber, 1 tank, 1 artillery for the Japanese. Bomber, artillery, 3 infantry to Japan. Tank, infantry to Kwangtung. And Kwangtung. 3 infantry to Manchuria. Took Eastern Australia. Finally conquered this region. Only took 9 turns. That was absolutely amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better result from those land units down there. Yeah, lost an infantry taking India. Took Burma, losing an infantry. Took Novo, losing an infantry, and then lost the tank and failed to take Blogda. Very nice. Hit back galore there. Yeah, I logged in and my heart like skipped a beat because I was panicking because I thought, wait, he took India? But no, I gave it up. I gave it up, so this was planned. Yeah, the UK will simply take this back. Delay them for 1 more turn before they can use it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's move the stack here. Not very impressive, but it will do the job, I think. To be perfectly honest, I think the Axis can just take Russia. There's not really much I could do about it at this point. Germany could move in mass here, because I'm going to move... I mean, was that a mistake? I don't know. I don't think it was. Because I'm going to move the majority of my units into Norway, since there's going to be no pressure on Karelia, really. So he could move his entire German stack into West Russia and soften up Russia for Japan. And this small little Japanese stack might be enough to take it. Yeah, I don't really know how I could have played this any differently. I'm not going to waste units. I don't want him strafing me. I've spent all this time building this American stack. I don't want it being wasted. So yeah, the Russia could potentially fall round 10 or round 11. Yeah, because Germany moves in, Japan moves in at the same time, and it's like, well, what's Russia gonna do, right? I can't hit the German stack. I could hit the Japanese one. Oh, well, I mean, he doesn't really want to take this as Germany. He wants to take it with Japan, so maybe it is worth it. It is worth removing his stack. I don't know. He could be aggressive and do that, or he would do what he. I think he could do all retreat to try and keep me off a France stack. So with that in mind, my buy will be 1 infantry, 1 artillery, 3 fighters with a transport. The idea is I do not need land units from the Americans anymore. I have so much material here. It would take several turns to get it all onto France anyway. The supply lines are not affected at all, especially since I have so many units here. I can hide in for 8. All my transports would keep shucking them, and he can't stop me. So I don't need land units. So I'm going to prepare a France round 11 defense from a potential all-out retreat from Germany to wipe my France stack. Because he could bring his tanks home. I'd be able to defend myself. I could bring 16 Americans per turn into France from this stack. I think that's like 2 turns of worth of stack units. It's 32 Americans from Norway. And then, of course, I will have a small trail of transports coming from Eastern Canada as well. He could do a full retreat and try and wipe me. So this is why I'm buying the 3 fighters to add that extra defense. I don't need land units, I don't need them. Alright, so I'm going for the France stack. There is nothing to do except bomb Germany and pray that I don't lose my bomber. That is pretty much it. I'll take that. He's still forced to repair it, so better than losing the bomber. Now, was the idea to bring... He's not going to hit me. This fighter, 2, 4. Then I want to leave 2 infantry and an AA gun. So there's 3 infantry, 1 AA gun, so we can't trade it. We can. It's not a very easy trade. You have to expend his artillery. Guys come up. You come up with these guys. So I have a huge surplus waiting in Canada, so I could do 2 a turn from here and make sure I transport all these units over. Or I might leave a small stack. It depends on what Germany does. But he can easily like hold Karelia and stop me. I think I will pull some UK off, build an IC, move the UK forward again. It really does depend on what Germany does here. 8 transports, 22 infantry. So for the France defense, that's 5, 15. So a miscount. Yeah, 7 artillery, not what I put there. Okay. So I have more than I expected. 89. 89 to hold. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should send more fighters to Russia, but I'm kind of going all in on France here. It's even, but I'd say the position-wise, the Allies are behind, because I've just lost India now. I'm making no progress to weakening Germany. They're so strong, it's actually unreal. Germany's been very, very good so far. Transport, infantry, artillery, then 3 fighters. So this is a preparation for a round 12, round 13, round 12 or 11 attack on, because these fighters can get here and here, round 10, and then round 11 for a round 12 defense if he does a full panic retreat from Baltic, Karelia I mean, try and dead zone me. That's all I got. He could just ignore me. Like, yes and no, I do have a pretty deadly attack on Germany now. He does have to react in some way. He might be forced to retreat. Well, it really does depend on what happens here. It does open up the attack for me, because there is a tactic. Germany buys a destroyer. If I left my units in Finland, he could actually block my transports, picking the units up and attacking. So doing this ensures the 1-2 now. So he has to react. I think he has to retreat here. And then that allows me to possibly restack Kazakh eventually with the Russians. Best case scenario this round, I'm going to have 18 units, that's 6. I do this. 20, 21. That'll be 7 units if everything goes well here. Yeah, just 6 infantry. I do not need artillery. 1, I will attempt to take these 2 territories. They're not vital because he don't need to take these really. Just to kill the units. Do I trade Novo? I've not calced his odds on Russia because I'm doing a full retreat. I seriously doubt he has odds with what he has here. Do I attempt this? Do I really care? Could let the UK kill it for me. Yeah, it's not really vital for Russia to take that. I'm not interested. So yeah, there is a fort. I could move Russians down to trade it for an extra turn. But the problem is that he could just simply push forward and take Russia. That's why I need every man available back home. Another thing is he could air raid these land units in Persia to stop me from taking it back, essentially. It'd be risking German fighters, but Germany is so defensible right now. Maybe it's worth it, sacking the fighters to get rid of this stack. Sacking his air force. if any planes survive, they just land in India and then it's impossible to take. You might actually do that. There's nothing I can do about it unless I move Russians in there. But it's not important. If he wants to perform that move, he can. It's just I'm going all in here and defending Russia. I can't really do much. Maybe it's better, but I don't want him softening up Russia to the point where Japan can take it. I mean, maybe it's fine if I do that. I don't know. I think it's a slight misplay. I don't mind delaying him for one turn. If he performs that move, then fair enough. Well played. So yeah, it would be a mistake if I actively allow him to do this and he pulls it off. Wow, nice. Okay. Alright, I'll take that. It's 2 less Germans at the end of the day. It's either that, or I leave 2 and 2, or 5 and 2. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Another thing, he could air raid these UK units. That is a move. Very costly for Germany, I think. I'll force him to trade it. So he's got to commit some of his fighters here at least. So yeah, another 6 infantry. I can have the choice to get some more artillery if I need. It's a real shame I failed that. That'd be 7 infantry instead, but oh well. Right, well yeah, that is the end of Russia round 10. Still got the lead slightly, but Germany's about to have their turn, and that will probably push him over the Allies. Yeah, right, that is the end of Russia round 10. I'll be back for UK round 10. Alright. UK round 10. 11 infantry, 1 artillery for the Germans. 9 and 1 to Germany, 2 to Italy. Bombed Norway again for 3. Strafed Finland, losing nothing, killing the AA gun. That's kind of awful rolled from him, but I didn't get a single hit back, of course, so... and then he lost an infantry, taking both the Caucasus and Ukraine back. He's maintained a forward defensive position with Germany here. He doesn't seem too worried about the France stack. He's just going to hold with what he has here. If he's desperate, he'll bring the armor back. He's just going to keep Germany's income nice and high. Yeah. So with the UK here, I'm going to get 2 artilleries, bomber and a industry. And I'm going to drop heavy UK artillery into France here. Really ramp up the pressure on Germany itself. Yeah. And I'm going to invest heavily into Allied air now, because I still have a surplus could be debatable. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that and keeping an allied stack here just to put some pressure. We'll see. I do have a small surplus, so there is that. I might equal it out again. Have like 6 transports and then take some off from here. I don't know. I'll decide on US's turn whether to leave the stack here. I do want to bring the artillery down. Not that I really need to, I suppose. It's fine. I'll decide on US's turn. This should be fine. Right, so the only thing I'm doing is taking Northwestern and attempted to take Italy here. It doesn't matter if the UK fails, the US would just simply take it. I'm going to bomb Germany and then take back India. Now, I'm including the fighters. It's a bit risky, but they can only really land in Transjordan. He could air raid my fighters. My 2 UK fighters with a total of 7. I think. 2, 3, 6 fighters. 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, if I take India, he can't. No, he can. What am I talking about? 2, 3. He can only do it with 4. Because he has a carrier here and a carrier here. These 2 fighters hit, then land back on this carrier, and then he collects 2 fighters. So he could do that. But I'm going to stick an AA gun there, so he gets no ideas. I was thinking of flipping Caucasus, but he has a tank, so he could just reflip it and take it for Japan. I'm just going to leave the infantry here, just to be cannon fodder here. And that is it for the UK. This sub has nothing to do here. I could air raid this unit. I don't have a good feeling about it. Maybe it's worth it, so Japan can't take it. Let's roll the dice. I'll probably regret that, but the UK should have 4 fighters here to help defend. Alright, good luck to the UK. I'll definitely take that. Wow. Okay. Very nice. Nice. I'll take that. Oh, yes. Very good round from the UK. It's very, very good. What am I on? I'm going to transfer 2 UK units here. Move the Americans out. go into 6. Pick up all the artillery first. The tank. Then the infantry. Like that. Okay, this submarine just stays put. His next mission will probably be going to Hawaii here, and let's go this way, I guess. Either that, or I just hang around Madagascar. Alright, good stuff. Very good stuff from the UK. Very happy with that round. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad move to pull these units off, stack them into France. I don't know. What it allows me to do is it allows the Allies to invest heavy into air and utility, which I need. I don't know. It's either that or I just keep investing in ground units. Alright, bomber and 2 artillery. He could air raid the UK, but yeah, there's 2 artilleries to soak up the damage. But he might get lucky and pick off my bomber. That is what it is, I guess, if that happens. So this should ring some alarm bells. I will be producing a lot of artillery for the UK here. That is it. He will take it back. It's just a matter of how much damage I can do to him. Right, 38 income, very nice. Yep. Still got a little lead still. Alright, that's the end of UK round 10. Back for USA round 10. Right. USA round 10. 6 more infantry, 1 bomber, 2 tanks, 1 artillery for the Japanese. Bomber, 4 infantry to Japan, 2 tanks to Kwangtung. Artillery, 2 infantry to Nigeria. Took India back, only losing an infantry. Then took Kazakh with a stack, losing an infantry. I'm not sure why he's done this, but I'm going to be strafing it with the Russians. On average, I kill 10 of his units. He kills 6 of mine. I can only do a 1 round strafe because a 2 round strafe I have a 78 to conquer, which is a bit too much. Chance is too hard for me to take. But on a 1 round, it is a 1.2% to conquer. So I'm going to leave this German, even though it does benefit them. I mean, I've calculated my odds on Germany. I roughly have a 50-50 for a 1-2. But that's not including these fighters. Or these fighters. I'm not sure what he's going to do with them. But I expect the Japanese fighters to fly here anyway. And if he's super desperate, he just brings his stack down to Baltic. And then there you go. He has 60, 70 plus units. I'm never going to get through that. It's looking like he might take Moscow before I can take Germany at this rate. Yeah, but yeah, let's not lose hope. So this buy is kind of void, but at least I have more fighters now. I might fly some extra fighters into Norway just to send more to Russia here. Yeah. Well, for the Americans here, 3 infantry, 2 artilleries, 2 bombers, and repairing 3 on Norway. Going to bomb Germany. And we'll see who the first person will be to lose their bomber. I could blitz a tank through. It might be worth it just to get him to trade another territory. Why not? And that is it. Good luck to the Americans. I'll take that. Alright, so I've rolled 2 ones in a row. That is less than ideal, but at least they're not getting shot down. I want 4 transports here. And then I'll pick up 10 units from here. What I'll do is probably stack a small British stack in Northern Europe with an AA gun. These guys hide here, ready to retake some of these territories. We have to start sending units to Africa as well. So, yeah, I mean, if he's gonna if he's gonna start to send some units here, it's gonna take away from the Shuk here, and it's gonna buy Japan even more time. Yeah. It's even, but I think the Axis have a little too much power on this part of the map here. I have 22 units here, so I'll pick up a further 10 the next round if I'm planning on that. Or I'll leave them here. Alright, 2 bombers, artillery and infantry, and then the rest on the eastern coast. Russia. I'm going to save the 2 for 4 more units next round. And then all in. I don't think I care about the income. I could send 1 here just to block his tank to keep Vologda safe from the Germans, but Japan can take it if he really wants the tanks. I doubt I'm going to get through to his tanks here. So yeah, it's just to double check this. Yeah, a Kazakh 1 round strafe is at 1.3% to conquer. If I pull that, if I pull that 1.3%, I think the game is over. I just want to strafe this. On average, he kills 6 infantry. On average, I kill 9. So I'm hoping I get a very good result, because I can't really afford to go in a second round, because I'm most likely going to conquer it. So good luck to the Russians. Come on, boys, a killer one. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Look at that. So he got an average result. I got a... What did I kill? Killed 14? I got a top 3% result. I'll definitely take that. That is outstanding. Go Russia. I mean, that's super impressive. Yeah. 14 dead. 2 tanks left. 3.4%. Unbelievable. Outstanding. And he killed 6, which was the average he was supposed to get. Amazing. That buys me quite a bit of time. I don't know where he's going to put the tanks. Probably send one to Africa now. There's not much I can do about it. I can block Persia with the AA gun. I know that stops blitzing. I'm pretty sure it does. Because it counts as a combat and not just a hostile zone for tanks to blitz. So he has to take it out. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm going to stick the AA gun here. I can bring the 2 fighters back. Yeah, amazing. Amazing stuff from the Russians. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, he might blitz a tank here. Blitz one here. Six more infantry. Very nice. He has no odds on Russia, so I'm not sweating too much, but my odds on Germany are going to get worse because he has so much air power. He's been buying a fighter a turn with Japan. He's been playing, pretty much preparing for the long game for Japan here, so... But this was not a good move. I mean, I did get a very, very good result. I'm not really sure what reaction he was trying to pull here. I was never going to hit this with Russia if a Japan stack is hiding in Szechuan. It's just not an option. Yeah, amazing, really. Very nice. And then, yeah, that's 4 more infantry next round. Very nice. Yeah, it's gonna keep staying even. I just have to be patient, I think. I'll fix the transports shucking, and probably heavy invest in artillery with the Americans. And then think about removing this stack. I might just leave it here. I'm not really sure. I can leave a small stack. Prepare accordingly, and then when I go in for that, when I go in on that round, I should have enough transports waiting here to pick every guy up, go in. If he pushes forward, that'd be very strange. I'm not really sure why you do that. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of Russia round 11. I'll be back for UK round 11. Right. UK round 11. 9 infantry and 1 AA gun. All the Germans repaired 4 onto Germany. All mobilised into Germany. Attacked Finland, losing 2 infantry. And then retreated. Yep. Took Archangel. Took Southern Unit. Failed Southern Europe. Losing infantry. Took... Yep, no units lost, taking Italy back. Took Northern Europe, losing... Oh, he failed Northern Europe. Oh, that was quite a rough round for Germany. Lost 2 infantry. Alright, so... The UK's buy is going to be 5 infantry, 3 artilleries, another transport. I'm going to save the 4, because I've calculated my odds on a 1-2 on Germany, and apparently I have a 99.5% chance to take with the Americans. So, unless I've severely miscalculated, this is the final nail in the coffin, because he's not moved his stack down to reconquer it, he's not moved his tanks down to reconquer it. He stayed put, he stayed forward. So I'm going to go for it. I mean, anything can happen with the dice, but apparently I have a 99.5. I was in disbelief. I'm not sure how this slipped underneath John's radar here, but yeah. Alright, well, I suppose let's get on with it. It doesn't seem right to me, but apparently I have odds. Do I air raid these tanks? Where would they go? Here? And then threaten a retake, but I think if I get a whole turn of recruiting with America, there's not much he can do. Now this is him adding 5 fighters and 1 bomber, so actually I forgot about one of them. I have a 98 apparently to take. I'm not missing any hidden bomber, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, they don't make it in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, I could air raid these units. Do I air raid the tanks? Where would they would go here, right? I mean, there's no Japanese stack, right? At worst, I lose 2 fighters. I think that's fine. This is a bit surreal, I don't know. He does have 2 AA guns, so there is a bit worrying, but yeah. Yeah, let's give it a shot, yes? Yeah. I mean, I keep second guessing myself here. So, yeah. Let me see. Yep, 14 infantry, 6 artillery, 1 tank, 2 fighters, 3 bombers and 1 bombard. Then the Americans have a total of 23 land units that they can bring. 15 are here, Well, I mean infantry. 15 here plus 6. That's 21. And then plus another 2 because I don't have enough artillery to fill up the last transport. So, yep. 23. 14 artillery. 7 fighters. 1 bomber. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Good luck to the United Kingdom. Alright, good start. Lost 1, that's fine. Okay. 2 artillery. Tank, fighter. Lost both AA guns. There's 30 infantry left. Yep, apparently. Interesting. Can I save my UK material? 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Remove. Remove. If I retreat, I have a 92 to take. Oh, really? With the Americans, I suppose I sacrificed my British then. I want to guarantee this. I mean, it's still a 92. I mean, do I greed here? What's the response? I have to take it. I have to take it. Because the hordes of Germany will be coming back. So I might have to sack my UK assets. Is if Germany takes, these tanks should be dead, so they can't make it for a counter attack. These 5 fighters will make it, and then the hordes of Germany will arrive in first wave, 1 turn, 24 and 2 and 10, and then a further 23 and 1. Yeah, I gotta sacrifice these units and pray that I get a good back ratio here. It's a 98. My word. Oh. Now that we lucked out on. Unbelievable. Disgusting. The AA gun runs away. The submarine goes to 34. Why not? I want him to hit this. Alright, well. Looks like we're going to get some blitz in here, so we'll see if I can take Germany or not. How many units did I kill? 12. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 12 to 24. I killed half of what I had. That's nice. Alright, transport 3 and 2. There will be a response from the UK. Yep, still pretty even, but we'll see what happens here. Yep. I'm still in slight disbelief. I'm not really sure how this slipped underneath John's radar here. Actually, I have a 99.6 to take with the Americans now, with amazing profit for the allies here. It doesn't really, I don't really believe it though. Have to see the result. Anything can happen. All right, well, it's the end of UK round 11, and I'll be back for USA round 11. Well, this is a bit awkward. I've severely miscalculated. I had a bloody feeling I did, but I did double check, and I still didn't notice I made a mistake. I don't know how I've done this, but there's no excuses now. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been like a month since using this calculator. I'm still not used to it yet. Apparently, I had another 15 units out of nowhere that don't exist. So, but I still have a 32%. He's not put every single plane that he could in Germany. Now, am I too far gone? 15, 9. That is correct. 1 bomber, that is 7 fighters. Oh, hang on. Don't forget the bombards. Plus 5 and 7. I have a 40%. Take Germany. Now, that's pretty bad. Oh, that could be very bad. But the US still has a follow-up, but I don't think it matters because he's retreating next turn with Germany anyway. So I have to take it. I have to take it, right? 27, 1, 3, 9 and 1. Unbelievable. That's a pretty severe miscalculation. I thought I had a 90%, 99. Like, it's gone all the way down to 40%. Unbelievable. Yeah. So Japan bought 7 infantry, 1 bomber, 2 tanks, 1 artillery. Bomber, artillery, infantry to Japan. 2 tanks to Guangdong, 3 infantry to India. 3 infantry to Manchuria. Bombed Russia for 1. Took a bunch of free territory, Persian Novo. Attacked my sub to take Egypt. Took Trans. And then killed my UK fleet that I sacrificed. Losing a fighter. So actually, no, he didn't. The only thing he could have done was add these 2 extra Japanese bombers. I think. Oh, I don't even know if the UK got average odds or not then, because I don't know how well they did actually. I think it's too far gone. I think I have to go for this 40%. That's pretty bad because I appropriated my buy. Oh, I don't know. Is the US gonna have enough to take it back? Am I gonna have enough to hold it even if I take it? I don't know. Oh, okay. Pretty bad. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to go for the 40%. There's no AA gun. Gonna come down to the wire, seriously. The funny thing is, he could take it back with the Germans again. Just these infantry. I think that's a forced move, actually. With these units. Because then he can take it back, and I'd be forced to take it back, and there's no way I can reinforce in time. Yeah, this is going to have a knock-on effect, because if I don't take Germany, kills my transport here. He might actually kill my US fleet, if I'm not careful. Yep. Pretty bad mistake here. 4 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tank, 2 transports, and a fighter. Oh boy, that's pretty bad. I do not normally go for 40%. This is so bad. I think I'm too far gone. I have to go for it. It's implausible. Okay. Well, it's a 40%. What I'll do is I'll go in for a strafe, I guess. If it's really bad, I'll go in for a strafe. If it's pretty good, I'll go for the take. I just have to sack the units in the transport first, and then I can retreat. That is so bad. These units are just going... I might have to push these units forward. So I can potentially retake this or put some pressure here. Alright, 40%. Yeah, here goes nothing. This is... I think I'm in too deep. This is probably a misplay, because Japan hasn't really got anything to really bother Russia. Yeah, I mean, but it might elicit a reaction from the German army, and then maybe Russia could start expanding again. Yeah, right, okay. Let's go for it. Unbelievable. Yeah, 46 versus 41. Right, there's a lot of 2s here. I really need them to pull through here. Yeah, I don't know if that's good enough. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Yeah. Let's have a look at this. I have the units to take it with, but I need the hits for it, man. The fighters, man. Come on. Gotta be better than that. I needed to whiff. That was a pretty big whiff. Unbelievable. I cannot believe I've pulled off a 40%. No, 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 no. No, no. What's going to happen here? He's going to air raid my units and then take it with Germany again. He's going to air raid it with Japan. He has to. He's forced. That's a forced move. Unbelievable. Oh, it's so annoying. I wish I could have killed those units. If those units didn't exist, then this would have been on. But he's forced to air raid these units. Four fighters, 2 bombers. Wow. I'm gonna have to sack fighters for this and hope that my land units somehow survive an air raid. I wish I pre-planned that a little bit more. I should have sacked... I didn't know it was going to go this well, though. I should have sacked more fighters earlier on, but... He has to get... I mean, I don't know, it's... unbelievable. I can't... Pull that for 40%. That is a load of bollocks, that is. Unbelievable. I rarely take 50-50s because I've had bad experiences with them. But 40%? Oh, he forfeited. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a finish. I mean, I took Germany, so it's kind of the end, I suppose. Yeah, I was worrying a bit too much. Oh my god. Unbelievable. What a finish. That came out of nowhere. Unreal. Seriously, round 10, I was... Unbelievable. I did not think I was going to pull this off from round 11. I was thinking about the wrong things for round 11. I was thinking about defense, not an attack. But maybe I should start thinking about... Unreal. I have to apologize. Alright, back for the overview here. This is a couple days. It's been a couple days since that game. I've edited down the footage. I've pretty much watched the entire game again. And I've written a list of bullet points as an analysis to remind myself what actually happened in this game, because I think this game took almost a month. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but yeah. So I just want to say, well played, GG, and well played to John. This was a very good game. He, if I start off here, very rough. Allies round from 1 till 3, and the Axis had a very, very strong first 1 to 3 rounds. Russia had a very bad Ukraine, average West Russia, to the point where he could trade Caucasus round 1, which is normally not a very good sign for the Allies. So I had to do everything in my power to dead zone the Caucasus and stack it and hold it, pretty much. Because because Ukraine failed so badly, there was no way I was going to pivot to a KJF. Not in this. I need Ukraine and West Russia to be at least average to consider going for Japan. That was not the case. And then I think Russia failed a couple of its trades in the early game as well, which made it a little bit difficult. His trades with Germany were pretty much immaculate, I think. Yeah. yeah, I have written here. It was a very strong Axis start, especially with Japan. I'm pretty sure he didn't lose anything. Oh, he lost one guy, and had a perfect Pearl Harbor outcome, which is something I don't normally see. So it's pretty cool that he pulled that off. Perfect. He needed one hit back to stop him losing a carrier and a fighter, losing his entire navy here. That might have changed things. If that failed, I might have done a KJF anyway. But, he got the perfect result for Pearl. Had a very good trade. Suffered nothing pretty much. Following up as well. And then another key thing was, especially G3, offering him the favourable battle here. It was roughly a 72 in his favour, and he scored a 9% result. So that's killer, absolutely killer. The knock-on effect that had on the entire, not the entire allies, but US and UK getting in the rhythm to start trading with Germany, very limited, along with the stacking of France. I was really struggling, especially with the UK. His income was stifled for a very long time. So, all things considered here, he played his Germany pretty much perfectly. All throughout. This take here, I'll get onto it later, but this was pretty much an out of nowhere decision that I wasn't even conscious that I was making it, because I severely miscalculated. If I calculated it correctly, I said in the footage there was a 40% no. That is another miscalculation, I think, unless I've miscalculated again. It was a 35. I do have it here. 36.1. 36.1 to take with the US. But overall, his Germany was pretty much immaculate. I don't think he really struggled with his trades. There might have been the odd. It was round 4 or 3. A failed Bellow and West Russia. But besides that, very good trades for Germany and amazing stacking. Completely denied the Norway shuck with this throwing the infantry blobs forward. So yeah, he opted for a 74% instead of the 95 plus. Now, I would expect this sort of result from a 95% odd, but no, his fighters killed it. 5v4, and only loses one plane. It's very impressive. Top 9%. That changed pretty much the entire dynamic in the Atlantic, really slowed down the Allies. What's next? Round 4 to 6. Germany was very hard to crack, like I just said, but the Allies, in particular the UK, was very successful at slowing Japan's expansion into Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, absolutely insane. Unbelievable. I denied him till like round 8. Taking Australia. Unbelievable, something like that. Yeah, truly immaculate. I can't believe how well that English Aussie Terminator held on. Truly outstanding. Round 5, Russia round 5. Japan, I will say in this game overall, his Germany was amazing, but Japan is what let him down. His Japan play let him down. If you look at Japan, I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing to Japan. I mean, they were going to boom. I can say a lot in hindsight, but their economy was going to boom. You can see right here. But round 5, put a mini stack there. Russia strafed it and got a pretty good result. It wasn't too impressive result, I don't think, but very good strafe. Another thing, offering 50-50 battles across the board pretty much anywhere. John didn't take any. He was not taking the bait, so he wasn't falling from anything. He really played Germany very well. Restacked Western Russia to try and make a play. It exposed the behind of Russia, but I covered with the UK. It was painful, and a little part of me does regret losing all that material from the UK, but it was necessary because I was trying to pressure him and make him retreat. But I think, well, it's more of an empty threat really, and there's no way I hit his stack, especially with his fighter buys from Japan. Very solid. It's very defensible for a Kill Germany fighter return for Japan. I do like that. I do like the fighter buys for Japan, and you fly him over, put pressure on the Allied Navy. There were moments where he could have done it a lot earlier, and it would have caused a lot more problems. But yeah, overall, very solid infrastructure that he had with the Japanese here. Japan made very good profit after that UK7 round. Japan did not take the can opener bait, in quotes. It could have won the game pretty much, but it was heavily profitable for the Allies. Only an 18%. I wouldn't take that in a regular game anyway, unless I was super desperate. There was a potential point snipe cap, because on that turn where I decided to, on the same turn of the Canada, yeah, alright, can opener. Where Canada? Where does that come from? It's ridiculous. Yeah, the can opener. They're on the same round as I was retreating from India. There was a point cap potential. He would have gone for Hawaii. Took India, restacked France. He did not decide to stack France. I was worried about that. Stack France, hold Germany in this. I had no transports in range of Italy. That would have been a point cap round 10. I mean, that was very hard to see. When I play these games, I kind of backed myself into a corner. That was a mistake, but it worked out in the end. Sacking India had to protect Russia. I kind of put myself in a corner, but it worked out for me. But there was a round 10 potential for a point cap, if I'm not mistaken. It was very hard to see, so I don't blame him for that. And then Japan, another mistake, moving its stack into a dead zone on Kazakh. Russia got a top 2% result strafe on that. Killed 14 units, leaving 2 tanks left. Only lost 6. Unbelievable. And then finally, the game-winning move, which wasn't a conscious move by me. This was a blatant miscalculation. I didn't really play my best, to be honest. I had like 8 or 9 miscalculations total in this game. None of them really mattered too much, but this was major, and I still managed to pull it off. Unbelievable. The funny thing is that there was a part of my gut was telling me that it's not real. You don't have these 99.5% odds that I was thinking I was having. It was a 35. The entire time, it was a 35, 36. It would have been roughly a 33 if he added the extra bomber, but it was unlikely to win that 35%, if I'm being honest, so it's needed. In that battle, I recalculated it. UK got a slightly above average result, and then the US got a top 9%. The dice really came in clutch here. It really made up for my mistake, I will admit that. But it was still roughly a 35-40%, so it's not like I pulled off an 18%. It was still almost a 50-50, so I guess I won the coin flip. I kept saying, how did it slip under his radar? It didn't. That's the thing, it didn't. He was perfectly aware of what was going on here. I'm the one that miscalculated heavily. Unbelievable. Yeah, I think the only real criticism is Japan letting down. Walked half stacks and strafes and got wiped pretty much. Never formed a challenging stack against the UK and Russia here. It's not really very good expansion. The economy was about to boom, but I did pull off a 40-ish%. Alright, well, yeah, that is the end of this game. I'm quite happy that despite the poor start the Allies had, I managed to come back. And I mean, it was pretty much an even game. If I did not go for this and I actually calculated it correctly, I was not going to take a 35%, if I'm being honest. I wasn't that desperate. It'd be, if I had not taken this battle, I think it would have been advantage Axis. I still don't know why he moved there. That was definitely a mistake. These did moving his half stacks. I'm not really sure what that achieved. He has nothing really. But yes, his economy was going to boom. He would contest Africa, which means I have to divert from the shuck, which I don't want to do. Germany will keep a full position, pretty much wait for a one. I don't know. He could have finished it off with Germany. It looks like maybe not. It's a bit difficult. But yeah, and then pulling off the 35, 40-ish% on Germany. I'm very happy with that. It's not an odd that I go for. This was, well, it was a fluke, really. Yes, but I appreciate the invite. It's not. This wasn't really a true rematch. It was more of a reverse game. But I'm sure we'll be playing more in the future. Maybe he may get his revenge. We will see if we play more in the future. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out his video or videos as well. I'll link them in the description. Yeah, it was a very fun game. Got me thinking of how to crack Germany, and it looks like I did. Right? So, but doing a Norway shark against when Germany gets that second infantry stack into the to Karelia, it's very difficult to crack. Yeah, it's very difficult to crack. I was stalemated the entire game pretty much here. And he did a lot of interesting moves with Germany to block trades with Russia. I mean, it's pretty much perfect. And he didn't take any baits. So yeah, a very good game from him. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.